Welcome, a serious survival guide to Path of Exile 2. In our last video, we reviewed Path of Exile 2 in all of its bare naked truth. This ended up not only viewing their massive success, but also their blunders. No stone was left unturned in our exploration to find the answer that has been on all of our lips. I've installed the game. What the fuck do I do now? The OG PoE players have a ritual, like sacrificing souls to Chayula. The rituals consist of specific steps, from remapping the entire key binding just to plug in a controller, or setting up the indie streamer playlist just to use the YouTube recommendation playlist of top 20 songs they will never listen to again. Me, personally, I'm too noob to care. So I would just recommend playing the damn tutorial first, as I have no idea what I'm doing. Seems reasonable. But with me having a hard time to find two brain cells rubbed together, I might not be the best voice of reason. In fact, if I'm your voice of reason, I would recommend reaching out to get professional help. You need it. Me too, but you need it. Anyways, playing Path of Exile 1 or 2 is no laughing matter. The complexity and in-depth wealth of knowledge you need to master before you can even begin to play this game is almost unfathomable. I mean, it's not like this is just one game, any game. And it's not just one game in your Steam library consisting of hundreds of games you got either by buying it on sale, or got it for free through Steam from that one friend you've met once and never played or talked with again, but he keeps sending you the links to all the free games and you just keep adding them to your library. Thank you, Gabe, by the way. I mean, like, the short summary is, it's not like you have multiple options that you can play with far less invested time and effort that can give you the exact same dopamine high. Yeah, not at all, of course. Once you have reached the login screen, and you logged successfully by slapping your enter key more times than Johnny Sins have slapped a bare naked ass with his nutsack, you are now in the game. You can choose your class. This is where your first and hardest trial begins. You'll be judged beyond comprehension for your choice. Not of the class of character you want to play, which hunter, monk, or duelist, mercenary, but rather your character name. This will be the true final boss of the game. Judgment from random people on the internet, playing a role-playing game. Yes, let that sink in. True despair, the pits of hell could never reach. So after spending 3 hours and 46 minutes contemplating the name that will trump them all, you are finally ready. The keystrokes chiming in your ears as you slowly type the one chosen name. The name to rule them all in absolution. DonkeyNut69. You slam create on your screen. You can hear that dial-up connection in your head from the childhood movies that you've watched endlessly. The greatness of the moment building up inside of you as you slowly crack a smile. Yes, you say. This is it. This name is already taken, the scream suddenly says. You try again and again. And this time you choose to play a witch, and you have the perfect name for her. One to distill fear in your enemies as they see your name tag approach. Sand the witch. Again, just to hit create and find someone else beat you to the punchline. In a moment of livid rage, you slam your fist on the disc. How is this possible, you ask? Who else can match your chadness? Your eyes flickering around the room in disbelief. As you gain focus on the screen and you hear the cinematic rolling, your character has been created. The most feared ARPG player in the known universe, Ashjalk Budi, has been born. You stare at the screen in disbelief. After contemplating for 30 minutes, which felt like a lifetime, you realize this is actually great. No. Really, this is great. You got the one name that will distill fear into the hearts of everyone. As not even the voice inside your head wants to try and pronounce it. A name radiating so much power. It silenced the voice inside your head. Yes, that one the therapist have been feeding you meds like breath mints to an alcoholic? Yeah, that one. This is true power. You enter the tutorial. You follow the virtual dotted line laid out by a team of developers who for months analyzed and calculated the best progression and path for you to evolve as a player. Just so that you can die 6 times figuring out how the controls work? No judgment. After having died countless more times by going full lesbian and face tanking every single mob hit you can find, you've done it. Congratulations, buddy. You have reached the first checkpoint. Only 7 left to go. And a traumatized developer staring in outraged horror at how you managed to fuck up this badly. You have now unlocked the first achievement. Xbox notification dropping down. Title: Wife, House and Car. And a description of this title that you've received. Drive a game developer insane by fucking up the tutorial so badly he becomes a washed out addict. Yes, your greatness shall be forever in the Hall of Fame. After several more hours of dying and trying, you did it. You finally killed the first floor boss. In record time too. You've revived from the start and took 30 seconds to read the flashing tooltips on your screen, indicating how to equip the items you got that is also hard-coded into the game to ensure you can make it through the first act. Only to realize this was the tutorial and you're about to get rode like a 50-cent airplane outside a convenience store. Except you're the toy and the child is 6'4" and probably from Nigeria, and this is referencing his third leg, not his nationality. Good luck, buddy. This cannot be, you whisper to yourself. In a moment of desperation, you do the unthinkable. Something so bizarre. You open your browser and Google a sensible build for your class made by some guy you've never heard of before, but he currently has more viewers watching him than you've had on your Pornhub browser's lifespan. So, considering that you wank like a lost native in the desert trying to make a fire, yeah, that's a lot. Speaking of which, why don't you slap the like, but wash your hands first, please. And yes, I'm shamefully farming likes like a good YouTuber. Don't judge me. You don't know what I have to do for a living. Moving on, you finally watch enough of the stream to figure out what this dancing monkey's name is. You spam Google search in hopes to find their listed recommendations. You are now facing your second trial, and it's gonna be a long one. After dissecting the chat as well as the website, you figure out how to use the site filter and search for builds for your character. You read through the guide, a lovely introduction, video links, and a GitHub download for some program you need to use so that you can view the build. After realizing you spent hours trying to figure out how to download this program, by clicking the 3 little dots and choosing zip file, which you would have known if you just read the installation guide, 25 lines or less. Look, just on the side, I understand that 25 lines is more than you have done on the back seat of your taxi on your way to your 21st birthday, but please, you wrote more lines trying to figure out your character name. Just don't. Just don't. After more time spent swearing, scanning your PC for viruses, and not be successful in loading the build, You realize this is Path of Exile 2 that you're playing, and your build is for Path of Exile 1. Again, you return to your chosen streamer. You see the handy link to the build they are currently doing, which is helpful. The website loads, you read the introduction, and boom, there it is, the chapter guide. Links to the entire guide front to back, from the skill tree, the items, the gear, and a handy search link that you can click to pop right out to the trade website of Path of Exile 2, and you can purchase your gear without any work from you, or effort for that matter. Just to find out that the servers are down and you've been disconnected from the game due to inactivity. And then it hits you, all of a sudden. It's Sunday. It was Sunday. And you need to get up in 3 hours. You scramble to save the links, as you know. Once you're done with the week's grind, you will return. Ready, plan of action, and prepared. Maybe some snacks. Soon you will conquer the world. But first, you need to go shake your ass with some old dude so that he can actually pay your salary. And now we wait. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe